You're versing a Shadow Maokai bot lane. Right now, if this Yasuo runs up to a CS and auto-attacks it for free level 1, you're gone. Running down mid is good. Run further down mid. So every game, if you're mid lane, run here. If they invade, there's nothing stopping them, right? So they can just sneak in here and invade, and your game might be fucked and GG'd from that. So running down lane is good, but always run out to this point where you can actually see if they invade you or not. Let me get rid of some of this shit as well. I haven't done one of these in ages, like, in terms of, like, from the replay system. Is that it? No? This. Okay, that looks a little bit better. More manageable. Good. This is all good. I can, like, point out really minuscule mistakes, but they're not important. For a 45-minute VOD review, I'm just going to point out, like, what actually is important. So I don't really... I mean, like... You can go about playing this lane like this, where you let him have the prio. But to be honest, it's a lot harder to play for you, because then you have to focus on trimming the wave and damaging him at the same time. Because as a ranged against a melee, you should always be, like, piling the pressure, right? That's just like, how I see it. So how you've played this first wave is fine in terms of, like, the harass, but you also need to sort out the wave as well. Yeah, this is what separates, like, the best players from everyone else. They'll do, like, fucking 3-4 things at once. At a time. You right here, like, harassing him, yeah, okay, that's good and stuff. But in any lane, like, if you're playing... It doesn't even matter, like, who you're against, really. If you can hit level 2 first, you know, I'm sure you know, like, it's a big advantage. Like, the biggest in the game. And it makes the lane so much easier to, yeah, actually play in. So when that first wave collides, Hados, what you can do... When this first wave collides, you should already be, like, here. This guy should not be running up. And what you can do to ensure you have the push is you can just auto-attack this one once, and that's it. And blue side will naturally push into red side anyway. But that's just to, like, you know, guarantee it. So what you can do, as soon as this wave collides, you're standing here. Remember, like, your auto-attack range is the highest in the game, yeah? So you need to, like, kind of use that. You need to understand that champion identity. Like, if I'm playing as Yasuo or, like, Zed, let's say, there's no way I'm expecting to, like, get CS for free or, you know, to get level 2 first against an Annie. There's no way. So in this lane, as soon as the wave collides, you're fucking standing where that collision is and putting pressure on this Yasuo. If he doesn't walk up, you can just auto-attack this minion once. If he does walk up, you can auto-attack him. Yeah? But you're not in a position to do so. Like, already, you could have popped his shield. Of course, maybe he, like, runs off if you're not standing... If you're actually standing here. But I'm just saying, like, right now, you can easily just run up, pop his shield. And then get the push at the same time. So you auto-attack that, but now you need to start auto-attacking these minions a little bit. Because as you can see, when you draw aggro... What aren't these minions doing? I'll answer it for you. They're not attacking your minions, right? So these 3 minions, see how they're running at you? While your minions are still auto-attacking these. So this will actually, like, maybe get you the push by doing this. It's like a cheeky little strat. But to ensure it, to guarantee it, you know, to take the RNG out of it, you can just auto-attack these a couple of times. Because what ends up happening is Yasuo is going to auto-attack these, like this one, and you're just standing around still AFK. And eventually you're like, oh shit, maybe I should auto attack it, but you're not entirely sure. So as soon as that wave collides, you're standing in the middle of the lane, and then you're playing for that level 2. You've got to manage the wave as well. Damaging Yasuo is good. Like, that's really nice. That's good. But now we need to think about the wave. So he's going to hit 2 off this one. No, he's not. One of these ones, sorry. That wave was fucked. When do the minions stop aggroing? It's kind of like I don't think there's any concrete answer I can give you, but you just have to drag it back. I'd say from like, if you auto attack these melee minions and you drag it back to here, at the back of your range minions, that's probably the distance like this. Something like that. And now you see like how hard it is. Yeah, okay, the wave has come into you here, but you can put way more pressure on this guy just by having the push. Now it's also going to slow push back to him as well. Holy shit, dude, this year is faker. Okay. I would never ever go to that, even though, like... First of all, you have Ghost, right? So, if you're ever going to use Ghost, maybe you could have used it before. I'm not entirely sure. But I don't fucking like it. I would just take Ignite all the time. Like, over a Yasuo, any melee champion, if you have Ignite, you have so much, like, kill pressure. And you're just giving it up for Ghost. Like, if I'm playing Yasuo, Zed, anyone, like, melee who's going to have a hard time early game, I would much rather you have Ghost than fucking Ignite. I know you like trolling. So when this next wave comes in, tell me, what should you do? Like, what do you do with this wave? Look how big your wave is here. Yeah, you push, right? Which means what? It means you auto attack and you use as many abilities as you can on the wave. What's your first back timer on Annie anyway? Yeah, like you can get 2 amp tones right if you're going Ludens, Sork shoes. I mean, maybe you want Sork shoes first, so I'm not entirely sure like what it actually is. But you have to have like an intention with every wave, bro. At the moment, it's just like every wave so far has just been like, yeah, let's just fucking see what happens. You know what I mean? There's no control over it. Yeah, Sork shoes are really good early, really really good. So if it's 1100, what you're doing is actually fine. And when this next wave comes in, I actually think you can even, like, stack another one. It just depends on the next wave. But I don't think this wave is going to push fast enough for it to, yeah, get into the tower. I think you can stack another one here. And when he starts doing this as well, this is actually good for you. What in the fuck is going on, mate, this game? Like, why is Lucian down here? Hitting the Yas. They're fighting over crab. Let's go, dude. But yeah, whenever your lane is shoving like this, bro, you have to make like a decision. You have to either stack the next wave, yeah, or you fucking hard push. So right now, this wave, when it's in this position like this, you have to get it in, mate. I've said that before. You've got to get it in, yeah? Otherwise, you're going to be playing the lane around here, and against a champion like Yasuo, you're going to get fucked. But in the early game, you might be like, wait, didn't you tell me, you know, to get level 2 first? When you get level 2, of course you have the push. But there's certain things you can do if you know, like, a little bit about, like, wave manipulation. Where, on the second wave, you can stack it. On the third wave, when the third wave comes in, which is the first cannon wave, you can bounce it back to the middle of the lane. And for the, like, levels 2 to 3, you're harassing Yasuo under his tower. And you'll have, like, a 10 CS lead just on that. On the first few waves. But at the moment, it's just been like, yeah, let's just fucking, you know, hit Yasuo a bit, which is good. It's what a lot of players don't do. They play like, you know, shit scared. But you need to manage the waves. You need to have an intention. I like Coffee more, Hados, but T is a very close second. So this wave as well. Like, you have to start auto-attacking the wave. As soon as it comes in. So, like, I don't know why the fuck you're... So while we're running around like this, like, what is this movement here? Like, what are we actually doing? What are we looking to do? Like, you're running down here? What? Why? What is actually down here? Like, Yi's here. Is he fighting anyone? No. He doesn't need help. You have to sort your lane out. Yeah? In terms of the wave. Because where it is right now, it's fucked. Like, if I'm playing properly, and I'm the enemy jungler, I know that for the next wave, or this wave, you are going to be in this position. You are so gankable. Yeah? So it's not just, like, good for your lane to sort it out, so Yasuo's kill pressure goes down, you know, by actually, you know, controlling these waves properly, but also the enemy jungler, even the enemy support. Like, around this time, like, they might get a reset off because they'll be level 3, maybe. Yeah, okay, like, level 3, most of the time, they're going to look to get a reset off and they might roam mid. Which is what, you know, most good supports do. They'll roam like this. Down here. And gank mid. Does your W go through his wind wall, by the way? Okay. Tell me the problem with this W right here. I was saying, like, you could have W'd in there. Right on top of you. Yeah, okay, so why not W him just there? So you're almost, like, baiting him to go onto you. I didn't actually know that. That's fucked. That actually makes you really good into him. So why don't you just W him right here? Like, even if his... Let me put it this way. If his wind wall hits you... His tornado, sorry, hits you. Like, does it fucking matter? He's fighting you in a creep wave. It's a Yasuo with a D-blade. You also have a health pod as well, so if you do fight, you're going to win. You also have your E up. Like, isn't this good for you if you stun him in this wave? Of course his, what is it? His tornado doesn't draw creep aggro. But when he auto-attacks you, it will. When he E's you, it will. When he Q's you, it will. Actually, no, his Q won't either. Oh, no, it will, because it counts as an auto-attack. You see what I'm saying, though? But the reason you're a pussy is because you're like, oh my god, a Yasuo is fucking dashing all over the place. Is it really that scary, though? It'd be scary if he had Berserker's Greaves, right? It'd be scary if... Dude, I don't even fucking know. Like, this is so good for you. Like, you pop his shield, and then he actually, like, ends up Eing into you. Like, imagine if you W him here. You actually half-elf him. Like, you even pop your E ready for it, which is great. And now you've got your stun, and you're like, no. I just want to get my melee minion, bro, and that's it. And this W is really troll, too. So watch. Mate, are you that scared of missing the cannon? Okay, the reason this W is bad is because you're trying to damage the Yasuo at the same time as hitting this cannon, I think. That's what it looks like, anyway. If you want to get the wave in, yeah, which is what you should have done before, you try and hit all the minions. Hang on, Shadow. I need to get the pen out, mate. The epic pen. Here it is. So if you want to get this wave in, you W like that. Yeah, so you hit all the minions. Not like you did, where you were Wing like this, where you hit the cannon. Now, what sucks, if you did actually even push it properly, is that this wave might even collide like around here, because the next wave is right here, yeah? So you have to stay for another one and push it. Does all that make sense, though? And when you do that as well, like, you see how you're kind of now? How much does your spells cost? 65, 90. Yeah, so you've got enough for a Q and a W right now. A Q and a W, mate. There's your E. So now you've got, what, just a Q? And the reason you're is because you haven't really managed the wave. Like, you've wasted spells, you know, for no real reason. Whenever a minion wave comes in like this as well, by the way, you have to think about like how you're gonna kill them. So, okay. Yeah, so we get hit by that, whatever. You shouldn't even be looking at this melee minion. So what you should do when this wave comes in, you should be like ticking them off in your head. As in like, what ones do I need to damage or auto attack? This one is good, you don't have to do anything, so that one's ticked off. This one you can Q. This one you can auto Q. This one you might, this one actually can take one hit and you can auto attack it. So really, all you need to do is sort out this one before it gets in the tower. So in any wave that's coming into your tower, you already have like a checklist in your head of the minions. This one's good, don't need to do anything. That one's fine, I can Q it, that's Q, that's Q. This one is an auto Q. That's the only thing you have to do in the next 2-3 seconds, right? Then the rest, you just auto attack, you Q, you auto attack. You might have to auto attack Q this one when your wave gets in. But it's important gold. Especially like if you want to, like let's say you were after clearing these minions, you would want to be on like at least horseshoes, yeah? And it goes for any wave, not just this one. So you have to look into the future. Like that's fucking 14 gold. This one, another 14 gold. So you've lost like almost 30 gold from that. And it was so free. And the thing is, like this won't just be, this isn't a one-off. If I see it once, it means you're going to do it for every wave. So let's say you clear, I don't know, 10 waves in the first, how many minutes would that be? Like fucking, I don't know, around like 8 minutes? 10 waves, yeah? In 10 waves, if you're giving up 30 gold like that, let's say, actually, let's not do 10 waves. Let's say 5 waves go into your tower, yeah, in the first 10, 15 minutes. 5 waves, like that. You're going to give up 30 gold and maybe like a melee minion in there as well. So you're going to give up like 50 gold at least. In those 5 waves. Which is 250 gold you're missing under your tower. That's almost a kill. Just from CSing under your tower, that's 5 waves. That's being generous as well. Because you're going to, clear more of them in, the longer the game goes. So make sure you have a checklist. Like, as soon as the wave comes in, bang. Like, what am I actually doing here with these minions? Am I auto-attacking this one? Am I Wing, like, the backline? Like, what am I actually doing? Now, generally, I'll give you a tip here about jungle tracking. When the enemy jungler, I think Eve started blue, right? When the enemy jungler starts blue, any mods? Nah, Nightbot's bad. When the jungler starts bot side, around 5 minutes, they are going to be back bot side. The reason is, okay, let's just say who's your jungler, Yi? Yi starts red. He goes Krugs, he goes Raptors, he clears topside. This crab is at 315, right? Let's say he clears this at like, I don't know, 330, yeah? Most of the time, what's going to happen is they're going to try gank top. They're going to try gank mid. They're going to try do something at the enemy Krugs. They're going to be on this side of the map, yeah, opposite to their starting point, until around like 4:30 most of the time. I said most of the time as well. Obviously not, every game is the same. Which means that when they reset at around 4.5, 5 minutes, where are they going to go? Where their resources are. Krugs will be back up. Raptors are back up. Wolves are back up. This is why Yi around this mark, his path towards Dragon, which might actually be good. But yeah, but if he wasn't making this play, he'd be at Krugs. So if we apply that to Eve, because she started a blue buff, I think, in a normal kind of game, she would be pathing back to Gromp. To Wolves, to Raptors, to Krugs like this. Yeah? Does that make sense? So around 5 minutes, they're on the same side. 7 minutes as well, starting buff. Because the starting buff will respawn at 640. That's just like basic jungle tracking. And that should be enough for you until like fucking Challenger. Like, no joke. Just that. But of course, like, it changes in every game, right? It's not going to be the same. I'm saying, like, generally, that's how it goes. So same again here, right? This wave, and you're on... Okay. Hey, Dos, I'm going to ask you a simple question here, yeah? This will sort it. Do you want to back or not? This wave, you are level 6, by the way. And that's not me looking at this. This is just the 6th wave. The second cannon wave, you hit level 6 off this wave. So each wave until... I think it's level 6. So wave number 1... Sorry for my typing. Wave number 1, you're level 1. Yeah. Wave 2, you hit 2. Wave 3, you hit level 3. Wave 4, you hit 4. Wave 6 is the second cannon wave. 3 is a cannon wave. At 6, which is a cannon wave, you hit level 6. One of the best fucking times to recall is before this cannon wave. Because when you get back out on the map, you have your items, and you hit level 6 on the map. Otherwise, what's going to happen here? You're going to hit 6, you're going to recall. So pretty much you hit level 6 for no reason. You might as well still be level 5. Makes sense? So when you want to recall, you have to do something with the wave. You could have, I mean, like, nah, you can't recall here, there's no way. But you have to fucking push this wave. ASAP, yeah? And if you're scared of Yasuo going on you, ask for some help from your jungler. But, like, honestly, the wave is in such a shit position anyway, because of how you've managed the first 5 waves, that Yasuo could... It's risky using your abilities on the wave here. So you're actually in a really, really shit spot. But let me put it this way. Even if you died, it's worth you sorting the wave out and dying than fucking playing here for the next 2-3 levels. Because you're useless. That's like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes on the rift where you're not doing anything. You're just trying to save your lane. And you don't want to be doing it. Yeah? He might not hit 6 that soon. Maybe he will. I can't really fucking remember. Did he get an assist? Okay, so he'll still hit 6 off this lane. You're 6 off 1 minion here. So, like, even when he goes on you like this, like, you could try and just get one of these minions and then all in him. Hopefully, you will get him low enough so he has to recall or fuck off, and then you can sort the wave out. So this right here is a missed opportunity from you. Look at this. You're literally 1 minion off. And he's still not level 6. He might hit 6 off that. He does hit 6 off that. Now you are... Now this is... Oh, mate. This is fucking the worst. Oh, that was... Oh, my God. It's me. Oh. Oh, squeaky bum time. Oh, yes. So why are you fucking... Why does this situation happen? First of all, you're running Ghost. Don't fucking do it ever again. And second of all, because you're not thinking about waves. There's no intention. It's like fucking... Yeah, I'm just going to walk into this wave. And see what happens. Alright, Josh, you later, mate. You too. And it starts from the first minion, mate. When that first minion comes to the lane, you've got to have a plan of attack. $34 CS, right? 6.5 minutes. So after this, 6.5 minutes. You get 9 CS in 1.5 minutes. That's 2 to 3 ways. You get 9 CS. Even here, even like right there, you could have recalled. Yeah, okay, you might miss like... You might get back in time for these minions. But it's still a better recall timer than staying in lane when your resources, yeah, you're kind of like deprived. Like, okay, maybe you're like half, you know... In terms of your mana, yeah, you've got half of it, but still, like, it's just sketchy. And yeah, this is where it gets really AIDS. So this is good. I like how you're standing away from him, away from the wave. Yeah, you should have used your W on the whole minions there and try to get it in. And remember that you're level 6 as well. Level 6 is the key here, Hados. So whenever you see a cannon wave, think of level 3, which is important, then think of level 6. Anyway, let's not dwell on this too long. Now we're having a type, probably, to Yi, saying, fuck you, Yi. Who has left your wave like this, mate? Let's go, Yi. That W is kind of troll. I know what you're trying to do. So your W use in this lane, Hados, is kind of troll. Yeah? You're really Wing to do either two things, right? To shove, or you're saving it to almost like bait Yasuo into yourself, yeah? Maybe to like set up your combo. But you haven't done it for either of these yet. And even if you were just to use your W more, bro, to shove out waves, so normally what I tell people is like, if the wave is past halfway in any lane, you want to be pushing it, so it bounces back here. You could even say, like, if it's at like 60% like that, just past halfway, this is where the lane is really ace to play, yeah, for you. So what you need to do is shove the wave in. So even if you were just to incorporate this, where you're Wing to shove more, bro, I guarantee you will fucking climb just from doing that. Because you're gonna die. This death wouldn't be here if you did it. You know that. Hopefully you can see it as well. And any questions about anything, smash it out. This Yasuo is playing like Dade. Oh, here we go. Oh! We're standing... Look where we're standing now. Where the wave is. That's huge. And again, I would just shove this out. And the next wave, which is now coming in, will bounce back to this middle of the lane. So the pressure is good, right? The pressure is good here, where you're holding your stun. But, like, unless you actually have... Like, are you going to kill this guy at full HP? Not really, right? So holding your stun here doesn't really mean anything. Your main priority is to get the wave in. So your stun doesn't really fucking matter. Yeah? And I don't think he has enough damage to actually, like, kill you either. Like, this wave is not in lane, so he can't, like, catch up to you. So as soon as you shove the wave in, you can, like, fade away Q the last minion and run out. And he can't do anything to you. Hey, that's me on the yes. I think it is Goose. Oh, let's go, Eve. Imagine. Oh, Hados, mate, I'm telling you, this is gonna be huge for you. That death doesn't happen either. And, like, you might be like, oh, bro, can you shut the fuck up about waves? This game, lanes are all about waves. It doesn't matter what anyone says, bro. Waves are fucking everything and how you control them. Yeah? No one goes to fucking, like, mid lane or bot lane or around Rift Herald or Dragon and 1v1s to the death, right? Yeah? Kills, for the most part, are set up by other variables. So, like, your positioning. Your jungle tracking, yeah? The actual wave, like, where the wave is. And both of your deaths, the reason why you're in, like, a shit spot is just because you haven't had any intention, mate. I mean, junglers have to work around waves as well, Toxin, but, yeah, okay. You can see this, Hados, yeah? Like, if you were to, even if you were to type in, like, I don't know, on YouTube, like, anti-career challenger or some shit, you would see how differently they would use their W, yeah? And you can even say to yourself, like, right, okay, we're going to test the Aegis theory here. If I ever see a wave pass halfway, let's see what that challenger player does, and I guarantee you, they will shove it. Or, what they might do sometimes is that they might, like, yeah, stack a wave to dive them here. But rarely are you ever going to do this in this elo, because your jungler isn't going to come in, and you're not going to have enough, you know, like, kind of kill pressure, unless you're really fed, of course. But that's what we're talking about here, where you have your stun, like, up, and you're pressuring him. You're not really pressuring him, because you can't really kill him. Yeah? Yeah, like, you're in a shit spot, right? Like, if I was to ask you why you're in a shit spot, you can answer it. Is that Pope on Yi? Let's go, dude. Good. See, these minions are easy, aren't they? That one you could have queued? Good. Now, when the wave is here, you slow push. You do not hard push, yeah? Why? Tell me why. I'll tell you why. It's not past halfway. If it's on your side, all you're doing is last hitting. Okay? That's it. The first W you use, look at this, bro. The first W you... I mean, maybe you could have used it, like, from here. Did Yasuo go Mia? I wasn't actually really paying that much attention. 2 Ws on this wave. What's going into you, mate? Did you, like, kind of foresee you were going to win the raffle, the giveaway, and you're like, alright, Ease would want me to shove this. And thankfully, old mate Yasuo doesn't do anything, right? Like, imagine if this guy, you know, had his fucking head screwed on. He could just walk up here, and when his wave comes in, it's going to freeze here, and you're fucked again. Thankfully, though, it's, what's his name? It's Fang No Chao An. Yeah? Thankfully it's him. So he's not going to do it. So he lets you off the hook. These wards, I guess, are alright, but like, against an Eve, they're fucking pointless. So, yeah. You're even better off like putting a ward in lane for Yasuo to see where he goes. So if you're warding against an Eve, you want to ward Raptors, maybe Scuttle Crab or Rift, something like that. Not Rift, actually, it's too far away. I'd just be looking to ward Raptors as much as you can. That ward doesn't do anything, this ward doesn't do anything. Okay? And if you have a control ward, never ever put it in this brush. Or in this one up here. Always put it in the close ones. Because they're easier to defend, yeah? You don't have to want to wander from your mid lane, especially on a champion like Annie, where your mobility is kind of shit. Same with like Malzahar or Orianna, Syndra. You don't want to have to move too far from mid, yeah? You want to be fighting like here. As much as you can. That's big. That's a big kill in the top lane. Here goes Yee down bot. So here you can ping me. Good, okay, that was the best bit of CSing I reckon I've seen. Let's go, Hados. Oh! That was clean as well. Look at this, mate. Now what are we doing? We're typing to Yee, are we, or? Nice, good auto. Auto him again. Nice. Okay, now his shields pop. Now, what can you do here? Like, why are we running away? Like why not fucking all in him? Huh? Why? Sorry, I don't know what to say, mate. Which is a first. So watch this, yeah? Your ultimate, okay, doesn't have to be used all the time to just one-shot someone. Right now, I'm going to try pause it a bit better. That's my bad. Sorry, chat. Hey, that's my bad. So watch this, yeah? So what I'm looking at is these 3 bars, right? So next time you use a basic ability, bang, you've got your stun. Why not? When he runs up like this, okay, so this is fine. You auto-attack him, his shield's about to come up. Now you've auto-attacked him, right? His shield's now gone. Why not E and then press R on him right here? It doesn't matter. Like, even if you don't kill him, yeah? The reason this is so good is because what? Let's say he gets down to like 100, 200 HP, which he would. Like, guaranteed he would. Because you're getting a full combo off with Soul Shoes, yeah? If he's on 100, 200 HP, what can he do in the lane? Can he stay in the lane? Does he have to recall? Can he roam? Yeah, if he stays, right? Which is what you did. For like 3 waves. He has to recall. So even if you use your ultimate, you're using it to even gain like kind of like a gold XP advantage in the near future. Because when he recalls, you can get turret plates, you can get an extra wave in. Yeah, you kind of chip away at that XP deficit. That's just for this game. Like in any game, if you use your ultimate like this, you're going to force them out of lane, and then you open up, you know, advantages across the map, because you've got a numbers advantage, whether that's Drake, whether that's like making a play with your jungler, you know, blue or red buff for the enemy jungler. It opens up opportunities, yeah? Because you're on the map and they aren't. So I just want to know, like, why the fuck are you not pressing E and then R here? Like, this is just prime time to blow him up. And you're probably scared as well. Maybe Eve's around here because she was just topside, I think. Not entirely sure, but yeah. Even if Eve is here, if he's 100, 200 HP, what the fuck can he do? What can Eve do? You've also still got your Ghost. Like, suddenly you might see the charm above your head and you're like, fuck, okay, you're going to Ghost and you're going to Ghost down here. Ghosting back to your tower is, I mean, I guess you could Ghost like this, but yeah. You don't want to Ghost back in a straight line. You want to be Ghosting away from the threat. If she comes in like this. So, Eing and ulting here, mate. It's hard for me to give you a general tip as well to, like, not let it happen again. But I would say whenever you have 3 bars like this, and the enemy laner, like, has that kind of... Like, in this lane, right, the important thing is his shield. If he has a shield, and you use your combo on him, it's not going to be as impactful. But when you proc his shield, it's fucking go time, because you're hitting him where it hurts, right? So now it's down, it's like, green light. Fucking green light to go ham. So in another lane, it might be... Let me try to think. Like a Syndra, right? If she uses her E, how can she stop you? She can't. It might be... Trying to think of another one. Zed, maybe? Like with his W? Yeah? Every champion is like going to have one of those abilities, right? Where it's like, okay, they've used it, now I can go ham. They haven't used it, so I have to chill a little bit. But in this situation, it should be go time. That could have been an ult. Hopefully you can see it now as well, like how good this could have been. Look at that! You could have done that 10 seconds ago. You kill him anyway. Literally could have killed him fucking like 10 seconds ago. But at least you killed him. But it takes him... What I'm saying is, like, it takes him running into your tower and running it down himself for you to do it. You should be doing it, like, on your own accord. So, like, at the moment, you're reacting to, like, the big things, which is good. But you need to react to the little things as well. So, like, when his shield's down, fucking bang. That's what, like, the best players do, mate. Anyone can, like, kill this Yasuo here for the most part. It doesn't make sense. Most players can kill the Yasuo when he does shit like that. But very few players can fucking kill him when his shield is down. Or, like, when he mispositions ever so slightly. Yeah? So try to think about that, like, before you go into a game. Like, think about what your green light is. Let me have a look at this wave again, hang on. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate. Okay. This is a tricky one. This is, kind of hard to say what you should do here. I mean, I guess shoving is okay. Normally what you want to try and do... Okay, I actually think it's good. The reason being is this. Normally what you want to try and do is time your own recall with this death timer of your opponent. So Yasuo is dead for another 8 seconds. So if you were to recall right now, it's really good. Because you would be coming out of base at the same time as him, which means in terms of... This is what we call tempo. So in terms of tempo, which is just time on the map and being relevant on the map, you're back in it, yeah? Now here, you're going to waste a little bit of time trying to shove this wave in, but the point is you get it in. There we go again. You get it in, yeah, as quick as you can. And yeah, okay, you might be like 5 seconds late to the lane, but the fact you get the the wave in is important. But most of the time, yeah. Ideally, you'd want to be kind of running out of lane at the same time this guy does. Which is why, like, if you kill someone top lane, for example, it happens all the time, right? If they have TP, you should be recalling. Like, let's say you get first blood on the first wave. They're dead. They're going to TP back. You should recall, like, ASAP. So you can TP back and do the same. Most of the time, anyway. So it sometimes depends on the wave and what's happening. Yeah, does that make sense? That's honestly, like, not really that important at the moment. And it's a pretty complicated, like, kind of concept, but that is tempo. Being as relevant as possible on the map. Which is what I was kind of getting at, like, around level 6. If you can recall before you hit level 6 on the 6th wave, so if you recall on 5, you're back out on the map with items at level 6. Like, if you use your ultimate... Yeah, so this kind of sucks. If you use your ultimate at level 6 with Sork Shoes, it's a lot different to using it with just a D-Ring. Okay, so this sucks. I'm going to say, So right here, yeah, this wave is actually going to push into you, right? Can you see this? So even when you kill him here, what you can do, get rid of the cannon and recall straight away. So cannon goes, recall. The wave is going to be here. Yeah, you froze it for Yasuo, yeah. But right here, like, you should be attacking the cannon. So if you're ever trimming a wave, it goes cannon, get rid of the cannon first, melees, and you want at least 3 ranged minions. Yeah, to freeze the wave. 3. So you had 3 here, yeah, Hados? Hey, Blank, yeah, good, bro. How are you? So you kill him. Look at these 3 ranged minions. Oh my god, even if you left this melee up, it would have been so good. So good. because you can come back to lane and any good jungler, even like a support you can do it with, you can kill Yasuo again because he's going to be here because the wave's going to be frozen. Yeah? So whenever you see this again, if you see 3, recall straight away. You can come back to lane with your items and do exactly the same thing. But in this situation, get rid of the cannon. Honestly, you could even recall now, because I think the cannon would still be alive. It's just, yeah, easier if you just get rid of it, because then you ensure 63 gold or whatever. So again, another like kind of, I mean, this isn't as bad as the others, but a little bit of, yeah, mismanagement of waves has got you killed again. When you watch this back as well, like, you'll see it too. And now, even though you killed Yasuo, he's got a couple of plates. So 160 gold. So in fact, him dying, like, you might even say it's worth. Which sounds kind of stupid, but you can still make that argument in terms of gold, right? So you can ping me here. How long are we going for? Oh, mate, you've got 5 minutes. Look at that. It's already gone. The timer's already up, mate. I'll go until 15 minutes or like when the laning phase ends, which probably is now, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Everything makes sense to Hados. I might slap this on YouTube, mate. I didn't even watch what just happened. Hopefully it was unimportant. It's a really good thing for a coach to say that I don't know what just happened. I just saw Yasuo running around. So the reason, like, it might seem kind of troll me only doing the first 12 minutes and you might be like, oh my god, bro, like there's fucking 20 more minutes of this game left. Oh. Bro, this game, for the next 20 minutes until it ends, is a fiesta, yeah? At this point, the game is almost decided in this elo. Yeah? And until this point, it's all been about laning and what we talked about. And it's the same every game. Most of the time, or even still like higher elos, right? If you've got the most gold, which you determine and dictate by, you know, playing the lane as well as you can carry a game and win, right? But every game from this point on is going to be a fiesta in terms of kills. So if you've got the most gold and the biggest items, you can carry any game you're in. But you can only get to that point by being good in lane. And all the shit we talked about is like, yeah, going to help you achieve it. Yeah, exactly. That is fucking bro until like Challenger Elo. That's what a league is. And even some like low chal games will be exactly like that. If you can win the first 15 minutes and stomp your lane, you will carry, I'm not saying you're going to win every game, but you will carry every game. Yeah? But you have to know like what's important in the lane. It's not just about running in there. Like, I guarantee, bro, like how you played this laning phase would be the same every game. Every champion matchup, you're going to play the same way. So the thing I was telling you about the green light and, you know, knowing like what is actually important in a lane, like Yasuo's passive, whether it's like a Syndra E, something like that. We talked about wave management. That's consistent in every game you play in. So whenever you see your wave past halfway, 99% of the time it's going to be a good idea to shove. In fact, it's always going to be a good idea to, you know, hard push. Even just like using your W on the whole wave. Creating that tick list, you know, when the wave comes in. What am I doing to this minion? What about this minion here? What about that one there? Yeah? I'm sure there was some other stuff we talked about as well. Even like the little thing about jungle tracking. So if like Eve starts here, she's going to be back here at 5 minutes and 7 minutes. If Eve starts here, she's going to be bot side from like 2.5 minutes to 4.5 minutes. So all you're doing in the mid lane is just hug this top side. That's unimportant though. Like even students who I coach mid lane, I don't even tell them to buy wards. Sounds fucking stupid, right? But you can jungle track by just reading the map. You don't actually need to ward anywhere. You might die sometimes because, you know, even if you do have shit warded, you're still going to die. But just by positioning, you die fucking like, bro, way less. Yeah, okay. It's now 11:06, so that was 45 minutes on the dot, I think. So there you go, Haydos. Thank God that wasn't a stainless yet. This is actually Plat 4 as well, so I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not being harsh. I mean, Plat 4 is close to gold, but it looks like mid-low gold to me. But that's like a positive, because like if you can apply all that shit, or even like some of it, you're gonna hit diamond like fucking easily. I guarantee it. Alright, chat.